Homage to the Buddha. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Homage to the Blessed One, worthy one and fully enlightened one. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Okay, today we are going to learn very important Dhamma for you. Buddha has explained as a layperson, like you can enjoy 4 types of happiness in your life. And also Buddha have explained how do you achieve it. What are those 4 types of happiness you can experience in your life to make a successful lay life? And you have to have these 4 things. The first thing called Atti Sukha. Atti Sukha, you have to have money. Do you have it? Not yet. As a layperson, if you want to enjoy your lay life, first you have to have money, wealth. If you don't have money, as a layperson, you're not success. Can be happy. But there are some other way to be happy, okay? We can learn it. But to enjoy of your lay life, to maintain yourself, to take care of yourself, to take care of your husband, to your wife, to take care of your kids, to take support to your parents, and then you have to have money. That's the first happiness. Wealth, not only money, wealth, you have to have houses, lands, enough to live, and clothes, vehicles, and to make it comfortable, your life. To live happily, to live peacefully, you have to have some kind of wealth. That's the first happiness. And don't think all the wealthy people, rich people are happy, okay? Right? All the rich and wealthy people not happy, but they are comfortable somewhat. They have what they need to make themselves comfortable. The second happiness, bhoga, sukha. Then you have money. Then you have to use it. Right? You have to use it. You earn money, not use it, then you lose that great happiness. Some people make money and they store their money somewhere, not touch them. Right? They're not, and Buddha explained it, why we need money. Once Buddha explained to the Anathapindika. Anathapindika is the Buddha's great supporter. Right? Do you have heard about him? He's the great support of the Buddha. Once he visited to Buddha, and then Buddha said to him, do you know, household, you have to use your money for attanang pineti sukheti, to make yourself happy and comfortable. You enjoy. Pineti, enjoy yourself. You have to use your money to enjoy yourself. And make yourself happy. Then, Mata pitaro pineti sukheti. Puttadare pineti sukheti. Then you have to use your money to make your parents enjoy, to make your parents happy, to make your kids, your family, your husband, wife happy. You have to use your money to make them happy, your family. Then first, you have to have money. Second, you have to use them to enjoy your life, to wear pretty fancy clothes, if you love to wear gold on your ears, or if you want to wear on your nose, wherever, and if you want to make yourself pretty and enjoy, then you have to use it. Not to money to hide and keep. Right? That's the second one, enjoy the life. And then the third happiness is the ananasukha, debtlessness. Even small or big things, you're not debt to anyone. If you debt, then you lose your happiness. When they keep coming behind you and asking, right? Then you have to hide and to be aware, where are they? If they see me, if he or she see me and could be asked, so then how could I answer this, some around my friends around me? So then you see, losing happiness. Not to be debt, even small. It's okay to borrow and you have to return it back. You cannot avoid returning, paying back. That's the second one. If you paid, you're done, you're good. You're not dead anymore. You're free. You can happy. Enjoy your freedom of debtlessness. Fourth, anavajya sukha. Anavajya sukha means blamelessness. Blamelessness, a faultlessness. Faultlessness. Living spiritually. You're not hurt anyone. You're not bothering anyone, not hurting anyone. You not have done anything wrong to put you in prison or somewhere. You're free. You don't have to hide, right? You don't have to hide. You don't have to be uncertain. You are faultless, blameless. Then you have a spiritual life. right? So then you can enjoy. That's the full happiness as a lay person that you can enjoy in your life. So Buddha also explained how to achieve this happiness. Once Digajanu, his name is Digajanu, he came to see Buddha with his friends. And then he, young man, and told to Buddha, Bhante, we are householders. Mayam Bhante gihi kama bhogino. Bhante, dear sir, we are lay people. Kama bhogi, enjoy the sensual pleasure. We enjoy the sensual pleasure. So, we have duties and responsibilities with our family, children, and then the partner, husband and wife. Then we live within those kind of burdens. Then we are wearing a fancy clothes. Kasi chandana. Kasi means those days that's a very expensive clothes, shopped ones. Sometimes some lay people offering to the Buddha too. And then we are wearing those very fancy clothes, expensive clothes. And also mala gandha vilepanam dharayama. We use the scent. Facial, we do facial things. Even Buddha's days, they did. Even far, and they have done. And in Sri Lanka, we found some archaeological site, digging the earth and find, and they found 5,000 years ago in Sri Lankan ladies has used the facial things to use something to make their face prettier, even far. So, and he's saying, Buddha, we are using these kind of things. We use garland, earrings, necklace, and those all kind of things. And then jaturu parajatang sadhyama, using money. We use money. So, Bhante, teach us ditta dhamma sukhaya, ditta dhamma hitaya, ditta dhamma sukhaya. Happiness for this life and well-being of this life. Teach something to us to make our life happy and well-being. And also he asked, Samparaya hitaya samparaya sukhaya. The well-being of next life, future lives, and also happiness for the future lives. He requested the Buddha to teach him something. Then Buddha taught him, there are 4 things you have to achieve in your life to make your life happy and success. 4 things. First one, what do you think? What is the first one? Can you imagine? Can you guess? Uttana sampada. Effort. You have to make an effort. You have to work hard. Right? You have to work hard. You can't be lazy. If you are studying, right, in university, so then you have to work hard. You have to make an effort, right? If not, how could you pass? Or even any kind of job you do, you have to make an effort. And Buddha explaining this very beautifully here. Tatta dakko hoti. And you have to be clever with that your occupation, or your studying, or your practice, whatever you learn. As Buddha explaining in this sutta, if you are do the kasi kettang, if you are a farmer, okay, or if you are an archer, soldier, you know, soldier, you can go high ranks. If you show your, so what? Your skills. And then even as a farmer or soldier or a Rajaporisha, government worker, you work in any company as a government worker. Rajaporisha means working for king, working for government. You work under government or private company. Wherever it is, you are a employee. As an employer or as an employee, have to be very clever of your working duty. And Buddha explaining here, Tatrupayaya Vimansaya, you are looking for skills on your career. Tatrupayaya Vimansaya Samannagatu. You see? Upaya means skills, tricks, skills. You are find out yourself, Vimansaya. You have to find out some skills and some way to do things better, whatever you do. You have to find out skills. That's how this world has developed so far, right? People thought about the cell phones. Actually, in the beginning, I think Graham Bell, right? Graham Bell found the telephone. He thought about it, and he found it. You see, now we have a very smart telephone. And those days, he thought it, and he kept working on it. He kept thinking, skills. And then the upaya, what's the upaya actually? Anyone know about that? Upaya means find some way to make something success. That's what it's meaning. Find a way to make it success. Find a way to do something easier. Find a way to do something better. There are many ways to do something, right? You see? If you go to Canada or Texas, wherever, and if you want, you can walk. It takes so long. If you want, you can run. If you want, you can ride a bike or motorcycle or vehicle or even airplane. Right? People found those kind of things, and that's you have to find out how can I go there quickly to find something, some way, better way. The upaya means the very skills to make something better, do something better. And you have to find out, as a worker, you have to find out. So if you work on computer, you can find some ways, right? You can develop some softwares, right? You see your skills, then you can grow up. As a farmer, and you can produce new things in better way, and you can develop your skills. That's called Uttana Sampada, effort. You're not stuck on the same place, same way. you show up, you show your skills. You find and you develop your skills. Do it faster, do it better, smoother, clear, prettier, and very better, good way. So then you can increase your income, right? Increase your income. And also Buddha mentioned, alang katung alang sangvidhatung, and you do the best way, and also you organize the things better. Alang sangvidhatung, you organize the things better. Then you work, then you make money. You make money. You see, you're not lazy. Become clever and smarter and find new ways, and you keep searching, investigating, experiment, and you keep develop your career, and then you make a lot of money. Then second, and Buddha mentioned, then now you are a rich person. Now you are a rich person, now you have to do arakka sampada. Protect your wealth. Protect your wealth, what you earn. Protect your wealth, not let anyone to steal them. Not the kings or government to take them out. And not anyone else to take it out. And you protect them. You keep them. There are many ways to protect, right? You can put into the bank, and you can save your wealth to protection. Not only that, and especially if you become addicted to the alcohol, what are going to happen to your wealth? You're going to lose it. Sura Dhutto, and then Buddha mentioned, if you become addicted to the gambling, Akkadutto, then whatever you earned, whatever you make, your big, good wealth, but you addicted to gambling. You go casino. Do you? Casino? You play casino? Not yet. It does? It's okay to have for fun sometimes, but if you got addicted to it, that's the problem. If you get addicted to, then you lose everything what you have. Not only your things, you steal from your mother, from your father, and you steal from your home, right? Then you destroy your life and all others around you. Then Buddha said, Suradutto, addicted to the alcohol, and then addicted to the gambling, and also Ittidutto, addicted to the woman. As a man addicted to the women and lose the money, you lose money. Women cheat you and take your money away. They show love, then say they show I love you, I care of you, and they until take the money away. So even the same thing, you have to be very careful from your boys. They could show you love and honesty and could the things away. So the being a womanizer, or manalizer. I don't know. Whatever it is. But the being that kind of person and you lose money. So then to protect your money, and you have to be very careful not to addicted to those all things. And also Buddha mentioned dose of downfalling, a dose of downfalling. And Buddha also mentioned in the sutta, so not addicted to those kind of things. And also the third one, have to have good friends in your life. That's the third important things. First one, make an effort. Second, whatever you earn through your effort, and you protect them. In third, and you have to have a kalyana metta, good friends in your life. Good friends. If you got a bad friends, unfortunately, whatever you make through your effort, however you keep them well protect. You're not addicted to anything, you're very careful, very good, but you got a bad friends, then bad influence. Then you're going to lose your happiness and your success of your life. And Buddha mentioned here to be very careful. Dharacha Buddha Silo. If you associate even a young one, but mature. Young one, but he is mature. Associate him. He is younger, but very mature. But some people is older, but not mature. Have to associate even young or older, but mature of the life. Especially Buddha mentioned here, who is very spiritual, whose love is spirituality, and also very virtuous, and also generous. And in the Saddha, Sila, Sutta, and who love to study, learn something, and also wise. That's the last one, wise. Who's the wise one? Associate them. You see, have to be very careful. When the people who we are associating should be spiritual, love to spirituality, and virtuous, and also generous, support others, and also love to study, develop the skills and to learn more, study, be free-minded ones, not fixed one. You can't be a fixed one. So learn more, many things, and also associate a wise one. So then having this kind of the good friends in the life is the best part. The last one, fourth one. Fourth one is the samajivikata, balancing, samajivikata, very important one. We're going to learn this one a little bit more. What is samajivikata? Balancing of income and expenses. Your income and expenses, you have to balance it. Right? And then Buddha said, make sure your income not exceed, your expenses not exceed your income. You have to make sure your expenses not exceed your income. This Buddha, ayancha bhoganang viditva. Then you have to see how much I make and how much I spend. your expenses higher than income, and Buddha mentioned that udumbarang khadati, like eating a wood apple. You know wood apple? Wood apple, like an apple, okay? Then you have an apple tree in your home. That's what you have. You want to eat apple. Then you go to the apple tree and you keep shaking your apple tree. What happened? All the apples get down. Even the ripened and unripened one, all getting down. You want to eat one apple, but you go to the tree and keep shaking it. Then all apples, and you wasting, right? This is what Buddha said, udumbara khadikam, bhogang khadati. If you want to eat an apple, you have to get only one apple, right? What about you take all apple? Then you wasting. That's what Buddha gave simile to. Your expenses higher than your income. You see? You earn 100. You expend 150. So, you cannot be a success person, right? Success person. Some people want to show. I wear very, very branded clothes. What kind of brand are your clothes? The good brand? Yeah, you can wear good branded clothes. You have to make enough money. But people now make enough money, but they want to show up. They want to show. You see, my shirt, right? My trouser, my shoes, very branded. They work hard, make some money and spend whole money for shoes or clothes. They even not eat enough. You see, like udumbarang khadati, bhoge khadati, like eating wood apple. In Buddha said, in the wood apple, in the Buddha's time, even in Sri Lanka, we have a wood apple. Like it's a hard shell around it. So go to under the tree and keep shaking and get down all the apples in one time. Nobody can have any more, and you can keep so long. You destroy everything. That's how people expend the money, work hard for a month, and spend all money in 1 or 2, 3 days. Right? What about that? You work for a month to make money, and you spend in 2, 3 days all of them. So then you have to balance. And also Buddha mentioned that you make a lot of money, but you don't spend them. You know what Buddha said to that? Mahayo samano kasiran jivikam kappeti. You make a lot of money, but you spend a very poor life. This is called ajaddu marikam marishati. You die without eating. That's what it means. You die without eating. You make a lot of money. You have money, but you don't spend. You don't eat what you want. You don't wear what you want to wear. You don't support yourself. You even not support to your family. You hide your money, keep money, you don't spend, and you die without using them. That is called dying without eating. In Sri Lanka, we have that phrase, akala marana. Akala marana means die without eating, die without using. Then, and you also have to make sure my income increase my expenses. That's the good thing. My income increase the expenses. But my expenses not increase my income. Then my income and expenses are balanced. And Buddha gave a simile. There are a pond. The pond, there are 4 ways the water get into the pond. And there are 4 ways to release the water. Right? Release the water. If someone close the input of the water and release the output of the water, then all the water of the pond releasing and losing. No input open. Then, if you want to keep it balanced, you have to keep the input of the water keep open. Output of the water, whatever we release the water, have to manage. You can close all the output of the water, you can close them all. Then what's going to happen? The pond going to explode and then have to keep it balanced. That's how Buddha said that. So, and then the Buddha mentioned again to the Anathapindika, the Buddha's great supporter, householder, you have to make money and you have to attanam pineti suketi, enjoy yourself and let the enjoy your family and the support to your friends and relatives, and then you have to use your money to pay nyati, support nyati, relatives, and support guest who is visiting you, and then the support and to the king, pay the taxes. Whatever you make, something belong to the government, right? Pay the taxes. And also, Pubbapeta Bali, support to who passed away. Spend some money to help who is passed away. Do some meritorious things to support who passed away. Devata Bali, and then the offering something to the deities. I don't know exactly how that exactly means, and help to the deities. Maybe creating or preparing something for them, or I'm not sure. And then lastly, and Buddha mentioned, do some meritorious activities. Spend some money to do meritorious activities. Support spiritual ones who is can give you some merits for your next life. That's how we have to use money, in these 5 ways. Support relatives, support guests, and support who passed away, and support deities, or creating some kind of places for them to, or worship places or something, or worshiping them, or maybe doing something. And then lastly, do meritorious activities. Spend some money to make your future lives better. That's how we make money and use money. So, do you have any suggestions? no suggestions. And Buddha mentioned again, and these kind of things are very rare in the world. They are itta, kanta, manapa. These kind of things are pleasant, excellent. These are very rare. Dullabha lokasmin. Buddha mentioned that. These kind of things, living like this way is rare, but it is excellent, and it is the pleasure, happiness of the life. But now most of people not having it. So online, anyone have any ideas or suggestions or any questions? No?
Well, Bhante, it doesn't sound, for a Westerner, it sounds a little strange to be concerned about money, especially if you don't have it. What would the Buddha say to a homeless person?
Homeless person? I think
not this sutra.
I think the homeless person who is not work hard, not make effort, who is lazy and not skillful, I think they have become homeless.
Because many homeless people are suffering from mental illness. Some of them have drug problems. Some of them have family problems. All kinds of mental issues. And laziness is only one feature, I think. That's just my opinion. There are so millions of homeless people, unfortunately. And the reason I mention this is because the Buddha can't very well talk about, balancing money to a person who has no money. And I think that, it just sounds strange, I guess I could say. Maybe to the people he's speaking to, it's 100% appropriate. Like if he's speaking to me, it's appropriate completely, but not everybody.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah, the homeless ones, the ones Buddha mentioned actually, when you see that kind of person, homeless person, when you see that kind of homeless person and you could think, I have been like this person many times in my previous lives. I have been this kind of person. But now, whatever now you are, if you are the better person, good person, better than a homeless one, and Buddha asks you to make sure not to do anything, become that type of person again. Because being a homeless person is kind of suffering. No food, no medicine, no clothes, no physical or mental, right? Physically not healthy, mentally not healthy, right? That's a kind of miserable life. So when you see a miserable person, then you have to make sure not to be that kind of person. That's not the life we have to achieve. Being a miserable person as a human, we have to have a better life. We have to work for it, work hard for it. Okay, so then we get to end up the session. Yeah, I have some visitors. Okay. Do you have any other questions? We good?
Bhante,
Yeah.
I think you have to have the wisdom to spend according to live.
Mm.
If you don't have wisdom, whatever the money you have, not all the people have rich people, but some people have some money. But if you have wisdom to use it accordingly, I think they still can have a nice, peaceful life. I think these people, go for the wrong way, without thinking properly and using wrong thing. That's why they become homeless and all sort of things, because the way they behave. Otherwise, the people don't born like homeless. You make it yourself.
Yeah.
Like a homeless. That's what I feel like. Become a sick or anything that is different way. That is nature. Okay, sometime if you are not careful yourself, if you are drinking too much, eating too much, and according that you make sick yourself. That's also with the wisdom. Without the wisdom, you act, behave. You make yourself homeless. You make yourself sick person. Something like that. I think it's the most important thing is the wisdom, and then good people association, nice people association you need, like a Dhamma and also sin. If they're reading those sins, and according to that, I think.
Yeah, I think that's why Buddha mentioned to have the good noble friends is one of fact of the successful life, happy peaceful life as a lay person, who is virtuous, and then the spiritual and generous, and wise.
Wise, yeah.
Yeah. Thank you so much for sharing. Okay, then let's up the end of the session and share the merits with departed ones. Akasattha Chibummattha Deva Naga Mahiddhika Punyantang Anumoditva Chirang Rakkantu Sasanang Chirang Rakkantu Desanang Chirang Rakkantu Mang Parang Sabbhitiyo Vivajjantu Sabbarogo Vinassatu Mate Bhavatvantarayo Sukhi Digayuko Bhavatu Sabba Mangalang Rakkantu Sabba Devata Sabba Buddhanubhavena Sabba Dhammanubhavena Sabba Sanghanubhavena Sada Sotti Bhavantu Te. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Okay, then see you next week.
Yeah,
Terwan Sarnano.
Thank you, Bhante.
Thank you, Mike.